Okay, so you sent over this piece, and it's definitely been getting a lot of attention. It's about Kirk Medas from MTV's Floribama Shore.
Yeah, that report from Celeb 20, it details his passing. And, well, it hits differently when it's someone you've kind of watched,
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we really want to look, beyond just the headline. Let's try to understand who Kirk was, what the article says happened, and sort of the impact he had.
Right. So the Celeb 20 piece, it lays out the main facts. Kirk Medas passed away. He was 33 in a Miami hospital.
And the cause of death they give in the article is, well, it's tough. Liver failure, it says. And this was after a fight with necrotizing pancreatitis.
Yeah, necrotizing pancreatitis. And he'd been in the ICU on a ventilator. It sounds like it was a really severe and sadly pretty rapid situation.
The article definitely gets across that feeling of it being sudden and just, well, heartbreaking.
Absolutely. It's a stark reminder, isn't it? Life's fragility.
So for anyone listening who maybe didn't watch Floribama Shore, or perhaps only saw bits of it, Kirk was, well, he was a pretty central guy on that show.
Oh, for sure. An original cast member right from the start. Appeared in all 4 seasons, the article points out. That consistency, year after year, that's how viewers, form a connection.
And the piece really tries to capture his personality. It actually calls him the heartbeat of the show. That's a big statement.
It really is.
Yeah.
They talk about him being fun-loving, loyal, always having that big smile.
What do you think it is about those traits? Just being funny, being a good friend? How does that make someone on reality TV connect so much with people watching?
It's interesting, isn't it? Because they seem like simple things, but the article mentions him, like cracking jokes, always backing up his friends, not being afraid to show his real emotions.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. That authenticity, even through a TV screen, it just makes someone feel real. Relatable.
That realness, that sense of a genuine person, it clearly resonated, not just with viewers, but, look at the tributes from his co-stars mentioned in the article.
Those are really something. Nils Prawant, she mentioned Kirk walked her mother down the aisle.
Wow.
Yeah. That tells you a lot about how close they must have been, right?
Yeah.
Her saying, I love Kirk and his family so much. It feels very personal.
And Cody Butt saying his heart was broken, thanking Kirk for the best years of his life. You really get that sense of genuine, deep sadness.
Totally. And Candace Rice talking about a final hug, saying she loved him. Amy Hall acknowledging all the fan support, too. It paints a picture, doesn't it?
It does. Like, it was more than just a TV show cast for them. It felt like family.
Exactly.
And it wasn't just the cast feeling that way, apparently. The producers and MTV, they put out a statement, too. Celeb 20 quotes it.
Oh, yeah. What do they say?
They said Kirk brought light, laughter, and loyalty to every moment, both on screen and off. And then this bit. He was more than a cast member. He was family.
Wow, okay. Coming from the network and producers, that says a lot.
Right. What does that signal to you?
Well, it suggests his impact wasn't just about his screen time. It implies, those qualities, light, laughter, loyalty. He brought that to the whole production. They saw him as a person, not just talent.
And the fans... The article talks about the fan reaction, too, that GoFundMe page.
Right. That was initially for his treatment, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then later updated for funeral costs. The article mentions this huge outpouring. Support, prayers, donations.
That really shows the connection, doesn't it? People felt something genuine for him, enough to step up and help his family in a tangible way. It wasn't just passive viewing.
It really wasn't. It makes you think about how we connect with people through media.
Definitely. In his case, it seems like whatever people saw, they felt was real, and they responded to that.
So when you put it all together, everything we've seen in this Celeb 20 article, what's the lasting impression Kirk leaves, do you think?
Well, the article itself kind of sums it up, talking about a legacy built on authenticity. It says his memories, his laugh, his realness, that's what will stick around.
Yeah.
And those core things, loyalty, friendship, those seem key to how people remember him, both people who knew him personally and those who just watched him.
Celeb 20 adds this kind of personal note at the end, too, saying they feel the loss. That he wasn't just another reality star. They say he had this ability to make people feel something.
That's a powerful way to put it.
Yeah.
Joy, laughter, connection.
Yeah.
It speaks to that human element, maybe. In a genre that sometimes thrives on drama, maybe his genuine nature just cut through and made a positive mark.
This has been a bit more reflective, this deep dive, thinking about someone passing who clearly, meant a lot to a lot of people.
It really has. And like the Celeb 20 piece suggests, the main thing is Kirk Medas wasn't just a guy on TV. He seems to have been someone who genuinely connected with people, and that connection is why his passing is felt so widely.
Which sort of leads to this final thought, thinking about the article and the reactions. What is it about seeing that authenticity, that real connection, whether it's on TV, like with Kirk, or just in our everyday lives, why does that leave such a deep impression on us? It makes you think, doesn't it? About the value we put on those qualities and maybe appreciating the people around us who really embody them.